Hello, welcome. Come on. A series behind me has begun. Funk Your Ride. This is episode 3. Can you believe it? We've done the demo, we've done the ceiling, and now time for the walls. We're gonna get in there with some more fur and just have a good time. So let's take a little peek what we've done so far. Just looks delicious and we're really happy with how it came out. We've got some delicious colors picked out so we could get some really fun stuff up on these walls. Let's get to it. Let's do it right now. All right, we got our first pieces of fur. We're just gonna get into it. So let's do it. We've got our first little shape and size picked out. The drill. You seen it last time. I think I just ripped the hell out of my pants. Just a little bit. You've got to love that. We've got screws sticking out all over the place. This is gonna be an important thing to get out of here. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Can we just kick it? Let's get the scissors and act it as a hammer. You know what I mean? There it goes. Bada bing, just like that. Sometimes you gotta get aggressive. Sometimes you don't need to. Sometimes you could just use proper tools, but we don't like to do that. So here we go. Let's get it started. Here we go. First staple coming up right here. We're gonna get that first staple right in now, baby. We're all about doing things as quick as possible. That's what we like to do. It's what we're gonna do. I love every single one of you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me. This is a really fun passion project. I plan on doing this for life, guys. This is the show. Funk Your Ride. All sorts of different flavor vehicles. I'm your guy. You seen it. Plunder Biscuit and I, we got to it. It's an honorable mention. It has to be mentioned. I did some really tasty work for him. And we had a blast doing it, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. It also comes with a whole fun time, working together, creating a vision together to really come up with some cool stuff. This fur is really nice. It's got some really soft texture to it. Really like it. I'm a big fan. It's gonna look really cool on the wall. It's gonna make this place just stand out. So here we go. We're doing it so quick you couldn't even imagine. Let's get to another piece here. We've already got another piece cut, and this is gonna give us some nice scraps. And we like the scraps. We'll deal with anything. We'll work with anything. We're gonna get it going on so quick that you can't even say quick. That's how fast we're gonna get it going on. I'm telling you guys, I'm just gonna master my craft here. This is just gonna get better and better as time goes on. So stay tuned with me. We've got all sorts of flavor ideas coming together. Really cool stuff. A little trickery, sons of guns. I can't cuss. I don't wanna cuss. I'm not gonna cuss, so you don't have to worry about this. We're gonna get a little freaky. We're gonna get a little weird, one would say, but this is somewhat kid-friendly. Do it for your kid. Make a room for him. And you know what? Better yet, hire me to do it. Hire me to come in there and just get to work. This is what I could do. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm good at it. I've got the flavor palette to be able to turn anything into a psychedelic work of art, a sensory room, whatever you want to do. I could do it. That's the whole statement behind everything. Whatever you got for me, whatever challenge it is, you don't have to ask me if I can do it because I'm gonna do it. Don't forget, you gotta be careful when you're working with staples. You don't want anything sticking out. You don't want anything poking people when they're gonna be rubbing on the walls. Just get that in your head right now. People are gonna be rubbing on the wall, so you've got to be careful. If you do this yourself, you've got to be careful. This is the ultimate flavor, the ultimate taste. Can you taste it with me? Here we go. Let's do it. We're getting to it. Not much more I could say other than we're getting to it right now. We're getting these staples in. We're already out of staples. You gotta love it. Last episode, we were able to get out there and buy all sorts of staples, so we're loaded up. So this is not gonna be a problem. I got plenty of staples to go around. Coming out so tasty, so delicious. Check that out. We've got 2 walls going on already. Quickly, we've got a couple of scraps to work with. You think it could go up there? That's the question. I don't know. We gotta think here logically. Here's a bigger strip, so that's gonna be a nice piece right there. That's a nice little flavor piece. Can we do it right here? That's gonna work kind of nicely, but we gotta make sure that it looks good, guys. We've got to make sure this is good enough. I'm liking it. Let's work with it. Let's run with it. Let's take a quick sip of liquid gold here. That's gonna get me hydrated through this time. All right, so I'm liking that start right there. Let's do it. Here we go. We're beginning. Oh, gosh, doing the ceiling was such a workout. It was definitely pushing me. So that was fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. Really fun time. Really tasty time, I would like to say. And alrighty, make this look all nice and good. We don't want to mess up here, guys. You know what happens when we mess up? I start getting aggressive, and we don't want that. You don't want to see me when I'm angry, right? So let's not forget about that. And again, this is something that I can work on later and really just perfect it. Where's those scissors? We're gonna need to get a little cut going on. Just a little cut. So let's line it up as best as we can. That seems about right. Well, let's rip it. There we go. Now we're working with something. Now we're working. And check this out. Bada bing. This space is getting filled. We're loving that. Check that out. Let's get another quick cut. Let's rip that down. Now we've got a little tiny scrap that, hey, is gonna come in handy when we're looking for something. Here we go. All right, I'm liking this a lot. This color is really standing out. It's a really flavorful color. I'm liking it. All right, we got another little scrap piece here, so where should we do it? That's the question. Should we do this? That fills up perfectly. Let's go ahead and line it up. Remember, we got to line it up to the best of our ability. We don't have to be perfect. It's not about perfection. It's about having fun. And that's a life goal, guys. You don't have to be perfect. You just got to have a good time. That sucked right there. That really sucked. That did not rip well. And I do not like that. I don't like when pieces start ripping sideways like that. That didn't pan out at all for me. No. It's just not gonna work. But we could do a little something like this. I'm kind of liking that. No, I'm not. I've decided against that. So now that we've got these weird pieces, we could start looking around for weird places. Here's a weird place right here. That's gonna work. I'm liking that right there. So sometimes this is why it's important not to get angry, not to get down on yourself, because everything works out in the end. So let's go ahead and just line it up and let's get some staples in really quick. I'm gonna be touring America in this Moldmobile 2.0. So you guys are gonna have to catch me on the road. You gotta come see this in person. So once again, firing some staples really quick. We're gonna have this funky little spot right here, but I don't care. We'll make that look good in the end. How we do, we find that piece that works and we work it. Check that out, that's cool. How about this piece? Aha, maybe on the other side. No, because it's not facing the right way, but is it for that right there? You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of liking that. Let's run. Check that out. You just gotta work with what you got. Everything works out in the end. And again, this is a life skill right here. Do not worry about anything. Just let it go and it'll work out. Everything heals in time. All right, we're going in for our next piece. Oh, we need to do some measuring. So this is what I'm really worried about with this turquoise, is that we've got a lot of little tiny strips and it's already not ripping properly. I want it to. So that's worrying me big time. But what did I just say? Let's not worry about anything. It's all gonna work out. Just trust me on that. So let's see, let's take that off. That's kind of a cool piece right there. Watch where you step when you exit. That's kind of nifty. A little novelty piece here. So let's go ahead and get this strip going on and we'll run with that. We'll see where that takes us. See where that leads us, right? Definitely gonna have some scraps on that piece. So let's get a quick measurement. What are we working with? About in it, right? We're gonna work with about 16.5 there. Do it. Hi, Cream Man. All right, here we go. We've got our sheet. Let's do another quick measurement to see how long we need it. About right there. Hopefully that works out. It seems to be tearing fine one way, but once I tear it this other way, it just does not seem to like me. So hopefully this doesn't give me too much trouble as we go along. That seemed to be a clean swipe right there, so I'm hoping that continues. All right, here we go. What do we do here? Did we mess up just a little bit? I think we captured just a little too much, but that's all right. We're gonna run with it. We did. It didn't cut as nice as I thought it did, so it did cut a little jagged. Maybe we could get another, those jagged pieces are gonna wind up panning out for us, right? So, that's all right. Are we out of staples? We are. Another sheet. So, it definitely tears nicely one way, which is good, but it's acting a little funky on the other side, so we'll just have to work with it. That's the name of the game. Work with what you got. All right, we got this little tiny strip, but we've got this big strip here. Let's see what we could do with. Let's see. I think that might go nicely up there. Or do we need to put it over here, right? I don't know. It's a tough call on that one. It's definitely a tough call on that one. All right. I think that's gonna be our best bet no matter what. So let's do it. It's just a little too small. Bummer. See that massive gap right there? Do not want a massive gap. So how are we gonna accommodate this piece here? Can we do a little something like this? That's not bad. I don't mind that at all. So let's try. I'm gonna make sure we cut it to size here. You know what? I think that's gonna work perfectly, actually. So let's reposition ourselves here. It's definitely a little too big. We need those scissors, and we need it quick. They're here. All right. So how much are we working with here? You're gonna give us enough to pull on. Just like it. All right. We are cruising. Check that out. All right, let's get a reposition here. Check that out. That's looking cool. All right, we're working. We're definitely getting it going on, and it's working to our favor, guys. Check that out. I'm liking that. How about this? Is that too little, or is that just enough? How about it? I think that's just enough. How about that? Let's run with that. I'm digging it. You just gotta love when you find these perfect pieces. Check that out. How about that? It's pretty cool. I'm definitely digging it. All right, now, new piece. Definitely cooking up a sweat. Hey, check this out. How about that? Is that not perfect or what? Let's go ahead and quickly staple that. Check that out. That just worked perfectly. Come on. That's what we love to see right there. Let's go ahead and get that strip going on. I think that's gonna fill out nicely. Let's see. That's just under 5 feet. And I'm not a fan. But what we'll do, that'll work nicely. We'll do about 14.5 there. Let's do it. All right, we got another piece. And we're not gonna wind up with a scrap on this one, which is kind of a bummer, but it's all right. That is all right. So let's go ahead, get it going on. All right. Wow, that is gonna work perfectly. I don't know how my measurements were that off, but hey, we will take that. It's gonna work out really nicely. And I'm out of staples. So not bad. We're working at a pretty decent pace here, but this is gonna be about it for, not this video, but for this battery. I got it. Oh, I'm getting fur in my eyes. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, we don't like that. Oh, that is not pleasant at all. But once again, you're working with what you got. You know what I mean? Just working with what you got. Sorry, battery's actually still good, but I'm running out of space on this SD card. That's an issue. Check that out. How about that? Oh, we're liking that. Look at this. Saw this. How about this? This is what I'm talking about. That is going to work perfectly. Check that out. How about that? Is that not perfect or what? Come on. All right, new SD card. I'll be back. All right, we're back with another. That was quick for you, but we're back with another SD card. Here we go. We're gonna get a nice little measurement going on here because we got our next space to do. We got about 50 and then about, let's do 18, right? Now we should probably do this, 19. We'll do 20. And then we'll just staple over that, right? We'll do 20. Alrighty, got our next piece. Let's get to it. That's good stuff. Now, see how well this does. About right there. That seemed like a clean cut. All right, where's that staple gun? This is what we do. Check that out, right? And or am I right? You know what I mean? So, let's see if we can work around this. How about that? I am liking it. We're okay with a little bit of space because a little bit of open wall because we're also gonna have fur on this bed up here. for something comfortable. Get that ultimate feel. All right, check that out. Do it now. Check that out. That's tasty. Now, we got another pretty big piece right over here. Might do well, but it may not. We're gonna find out. I think that's gonna do perfect. Check that out right there. We are gonna make that work. We're gonna have a little bit of space right over here. Can I stretch it? Looks like I can. How about it? Is that not perfect or what? All right, bada boom, just like that. We're working, guys. We don't have a lot more of this turquoise, which is because we've got other fur to be able to capture the space, so not too worried about it at all. All right, we're gonna need some more staples. New pack coming in quick. Oh, all right, we're gonna use them all anyways, so that's fine. Slowly but surely, this place is turning into a masterpiece. Do you agree or do you agree? You know what I mean? Check that out. All right, new measurement. What do we need? We definitely need to get that bottom strip over there, but let's go ahead and work with this right here. What are we looking at? 8 inches. All right, let's go get it. Well, we got our 2 last strips of turquoise that we've got. So let's see what we could do with it. We got a decent little bit, so we could cut right here. Got me right in the chest. All right, you guys know the name of the game. Let's get it up quick. Let's do it easy. Check this out. Is that perfect or what? Come on. We love to see it. We love to see the perfection. But if it doesn't happen, it's meant to be. You know what I mean? Here we go. So we're just getting some quick staples going on. Check that out. How about that? All right, is that gonna fit right there? That's gonna fit. We like it. Is it? Barely fits, but it is going to. So get that going on pretty quick here. All right, we're down to our last thing of turquoise. So before I do it, I'm gonna get a new battery. I'll be back. All right, last strip, here we go. Question is, what should we do with it? I'm not too worried about that over there, but I need that right there. That needs to be complete. That's way too big, isn't it? Doesn't need to be that. How much can we cut it to be able to get some of these other tiny strips? It might work out in our favor. Let's do it about there. Hopefully that pans out for us. Where'd I put those scissors? Right in front of me. It's a decent bit of turquoise here, so definitely be able to fill up some nice places. I'm hoping to get, right? Let's fill this spot up here. What we do, let's cut it to size. Go, about right there. That's gonna fill up nicely. All right, start from this side. Love how fluffy that's looking. All right, guys, I'm loving it. We got another decent little size strip here to work with. So let's see how nicely that's gonna fill this space. It might just do it perfect. Come on, just tell me it's gonna do it perfect. Check that out. That is going to cut it. I'm gonna cut a little tiny piece off. All right, get down on it. All right, and we need some more staples. Guys, this is filling out really nicely. It's looking, I'm loving the cool tones. That's kind of the theme that we were going for. This cool tone, ocean theme-esque. Really digging it. All right, how about that? What about this little strip here? Is that, no, that's too small for right there. But how about, let's do it. I'm liking it. It's good enough to me. When things are good enough, you just gotta roll with it. It's good enough. Let's do it. So, I think it's gonna look nice. Only time will tell. All right, check that out. I'm digging it. Now, what are we gonna do with this strip here? I'm liking that right there. I'm liking it. Yep, let's do it. Why not? Then we'll have this whole wall this color, and I'm liking that. I really like the mix and match. When you start doing a little pattern, it comes out really cool. This is gonna hang down just right. Capture a little color from the window, which is really neat. I really dig that. So it just keeps stealing. I'm telling you, it's a workout. I am telling you. Check that out, that's cool. We dig that. That is neat. I'm digging it. I'm happy with it. We got this last little strip here. Is it gonna go nicely there? Yeah, it is. Yep, we'll do it. We will run it. Cut it down to size. Per usual, we don't need extra length. We don't want extra length, but we don't want to cut it too short. You gotta be careful of that. So, let's do it. This is gonna make this spot look a lot more cohesive. Plus, this seat right here is also gonna have fur all over it. You guessed it, all right? So we're okay with a little thin line underneath here that is visible of the wall. That's all right with me. I'm digging it. Very cool, very nice. Now, we've got this last little tiny piece, and I'm thinking, bada bing. You guessed it. You guessed it. Check that out. That's gonna work perfect. A little bit of cohesion. We're all together. Here we are. Bada bing. Love it. Wow, that was turquoise. Just like that, we got the turquoise up on the wall. We've got a couple little patches. This is gonna have a couch there, so I'm not tremendously worried about it, but we will cover it with fur, don't you worry. Now, I've got some denim fur that we're gonna be doing piece like, right? This we're gonna do. This wall, we're gonna do all the brown, right? As much brown as possible. We're even gonna come in here and do underneath with that denim. So that's gonna look really cool. I'm really gonna be happy with that when that cruises together. So we're running out of daylight here. I started kind of late, but let's try and jump in. I'd like to get this panel up on the wall. I'd even like to do this and maybe the pieces around. There's not a lot of great lighting back here, right? But that's all right. We are gonna do fur right here, I think, and just keep this section. Maybe I'll build a wall or something like that. I don't know what I'll do just yet, but let's get to it. What do you say? What do you guys say? Should we do it or should we wait till next episode? I don't know, it's kind of a tough call. I'm running out of daylight here. I need good lighting up in there. And I don't necessarily have a good ring light bringing what I'm looking for. So let's go, let's just do it. Let's just see what we could get done. What are we working with here? We're working with 2 feet, but we're gonna curl it. We're gonna do 25.5 feet. This can just get right off the wall. We do not need carbon monoxide. You know what I mean? We don't need that. Do we really need that? Tell me that. What do you guys think? You know what? Maybe we'll do it. We'll do it. Who cares? 25.5 is what we're looking for. Just put that gently back in there. All right, let's go do it before we run out of daylight. We got our first little piece of denim here. Check this fur out. This is pretty tasty. What do you think of that? Now, once again, let's cut it down to size. Right there. Guys, we're getting overworked here, but this is what I do. You know what I mean? This is the profession flavor that I chose. So we just do it, man. I'm having a blast. I'm having a lot of fun. This is gonna be such a cool bus. I'm so excited for this. So, which way do we wanna do it? Do it that way? No. All right, check that out. Wow, creates this kind of dark essence that we're just digging on. Check that out. Now the real show is gonna, check that out. That's gonna work. That is gonna do it. All right, bada bing. Wow, God, we did some work today. Check that out. We've got the turquoise just cruising together. We've got the ceiling all together, and we're putting up this delicious denim that is just really making things pop quick. I'm really loving it. Tell me what you guys think. Look at this. We got a perfect little patch right there. How about that? Perfect little patch right in there. How about that? I like that. Delicious. Guys, I'll see you next week on Funk Yo Ride. Ooh, Funk Yo Ride.